Imagine a place where silence is so deep it becomes deafening. You might think total silence would bring peace. Not at all. In the quietest room in the world, where noise drops below the threshold of human hearing down to -9 decibels, your own body turns into a loud orchestra. In this video, we explore why absolute silence drives people mad, how your body starts sounding louder than a running engine, and why almost no one can stay there for long. You'll learn how physics kills sound, why pilots lost their sanity, and why true silence is actually an illusion our brains can't accept. From war to music. It didn't begin with meditation, but with war. In 1943, during World War II, the U.S. Air Force faced a problem. Pilots were losing hearing and getting exhausted by cockpit noise. Scientist Leo Baranek at Harvard built the first anechoic chamber, spending a staggering $350,000 and 7 rail cars of materials. He covered the walls with fiberglass wedges. This room later shocked composer John Cage. In absolute silence, he heard 2 strange sounds, a high one and a low one. An engineer explained, the high sound was his nervous system, the low one was blood flowing through his veins. A military invention revealed the sounds of our own bodies. How to build a sound vacuum. Anechoic literally means without echo. The secret lies in meter-long fiberglass wedges covering the walls, floor, and ceiling. Sound waves enter the gaps, bounce endlessly, lose energy, and disappear. You stand on a steel mesh suspended in mid-air, so even the floor reflects nothing. Microsoft went further, reaching a record -20.6 decibels. Making it quieter is nearly impossible. Random molecular motion in air itself creates noise around -23 decibels. A concert of your body. When external sounds vanish, the brain panics and cranks perception to maximum volume. You begin to hear disturbing things. Stephen Orfield, creator of the lab, says, you hear your joints creak and your lungs filling with air. You can even hear your eyelids scraping when you blink. This happens through bone conduction. Sound reaches the inner ear directly through the skull, bypassing the eardrum. In this room, you become the sound. For people with tinnitus, it can be hell, where internal noise becomes unbearably loud. Brain hallucinations. Deprived of its usual food, sound, the brain starts inventing it. Neural networks try to compensate, generating internal signals that resemble hallucinations. But don't believe the myths. You won't go insane in 15 minutes. Hallucinations threaten those already prone to them. Most people instead feel intense pressure in their ears as middle ear muscles tense, searching for sound. You may also lose balance. With no echo to orient itself, the inner ear has nothing to anchor to, and without holding on to something, you might fall. The 45-minute myth. A popular internet legend claims no one has lasted more than 45 minutes in the Orfield chamber. Orfield once casually said this, and it became a viral myth. In reality, journalists and bloggers have stayed for an hour, even 3. Yes, it's deeply uncomfortable. Many run out after minutes due to panic, claustrophobia, or boredom, but there's no deadly 45-minute limit. It's a test of your psyche. How comfortable are you being alone with your thoughts and the deafening thump of your own heart in total darkness? Why are we so afraid? Why do people panic? We orient ourselves using reflected sound, echo. It subtly tells us room size and distance to walls. In the chamber, echo is gone. The brain literally goes blind. A voice sounds terrifying, as if whispered directly into your brain because sound doesn't disperse. You lose sense of time and space. Journalists describe it as a deadly closeness to silence. The paradox? Seeking absolute calm, you find not emptiness, but overwhelming noise from within. Negative loudness. How can loudness be negative? 0 decibels isn't silence, it's the threshold of hearing for a healthy young person. Anything quieter goes into negatives like temperatures below 0. Orfield's record is negative 9.4 decibels. Microsoft's chamber reached negative 20.6 decibels. Because the scale is logarithmic, the difference is enormous. These rooms aren't for torturing people, they're for ultra-precise testing, from Xbox fan hums to the tiniest squeak of a car dashboard button. Healing with silence. Minneapolis is the world capital of hearing aids, and Orfield's chambers are indispensable. They test everything from sleeping bag rustles to Harley-Davidson engine vibrations. But the future lies in medicine. Surprisingly, people with autism or ADHD often find the chamber calming, not frightening. It removes sensory overload. Orfield plans to study dementia and PTSD here, turning the room of fear into a unique tool for therapy and brain recovery. Silence doesn't exist. John Cage was right. True silence doesn't exist. As long as you're alive, your body makes noise. Absolute silence exists only in the vacuum of space or at absolute 0 when molecules stop moving. The quietest room in the world revealed a paradox. Silence isn't the absence of sound. It's the moment the outside world quiets enough for you to hear the forbidden song of your own blood. We don't fear silence. We fear hearing ourselves without the familiar noise of civilization.